Hi bakers, this is Regina Wallace and I'm at Heavenly Sweets Kitchen. Just wanted to go to the next step from my medium consistency frosting that you've seen my video of. Today I want to show you how to pipe rosettes, how to thicken buttercream from a medium consistency, how to thin buttercream from a medium consistency. So we'll just get right to it because I don't have a lot of time. Go ahead and show down. All right, so this is medium consistency buttercream. It's pretty firm, but you know, you can push it off, you can get it off your spoon. So this is medium consistency buttercream. Now from here, we can add just a tad bit of water. And really, I would rather get my tablespoon. So you can add a tablespoon at a time of water. And you can thin your buttercream out. Now, this is looking like it's going to be too thin, so I will add just a little bit more buttercream. But you just keep stirring. Keep stirring, just keep stirring. There we go. So I've been seeing a lot of posts where your buttercream is falling apart or you can't get your shapes. Most of it is because you're using Crisco, and then some of it is you don't have it at the right consistency. So let me show you what thin consistency is. This is thin consistency. See how it's dropping on its own? Thin. You cannot pipe with this. The only thing that you can do with thin consistency will be to coat your cake, frost your cake, and smooth. So this is our styrofoam cake, and we just put it on there, we smooth it out. See how nice and creamy it is? Now this is a little bit on the thin side because a tablespoon of water goes a long way in buttercream, a long way. You should not, at this point, when you have medium consistency icing, you should add by the tablespoonful to the whole bowl until you get thin consistency able to smooth. Can you see how smooth that is? So I'll scrape it off. I'd like to thank my little niece, Dominique, for helping us today. Now we're going to thicken and then we're going to do a rosette. So thickening means adding sugar. Again, we are at medium consistency. It'll stick to the spoon, but I would not make a dam with this cake, you know, a dam between layers. I would not do that because it will bulge. And I would not pipe with this consistency because it will fall apart. So here I have about a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, and I just put in and I stir. I don't add any liquid, none whatsoever. And as you see, it's starting to get pretty thick. Now, is it as thick as I want it? No. However, it is thicker. But is it as thick as I want it? No. See, I can still kind of manipulate it, still kind of falling over a little bit. So we go, and we put another 1/4 cup. I'm not the neatest person in the world, y'all. All right. Now this should do it for this amount of icing that I have. Yep, that'll do it. I can tell by the way it's coming together. Thick consistency icing, you should be able to hold it in your hand. and it's not going to be a problem. Hold it in your hand. Notice the difference? It's sticking to my finger. It's really not, I mean, it's still soft, but it's not so soft where it's going between my fingers. I can manipulate it. Thick consistency, icing. Okay, so now we're going to load our bag and pipe a rosette. This, my tip size is is anybody asking any questions? Anybody saying anything yet? Okay. My tip size is a 1M. Let's see if you can see it under there. Can you see 1M? 1M. And so, hold it straight up and down. Pipe, pull up, and go around. And then loosen pressure as you're wanting to end the rosette. So that's a standalone rosette. Now, if you're doing a row of rosettes, then we'll go back. Pressure, pull up, come around, and stop right there. And the reason why you stop right there is because the next rosette will hide the end of your first rosette. So we'll start right here. Pull up, come around, and I made it out too far, but that's okay, and stop right there. Pressure, come up, come around, and stop. Pressure, pull up, come around, and stop. Pressure, pull up, come around, and stop. Now, I don't know if you're seeing this, but I am constantly turning my bag to keep the same amount of pressure, the same amount of tension in my bag here. I am constantly keeping that so that I can control the flow here. So I'll start my bag back and I'll show you how I do it again. Now, when you're adding more icing to your bag, I know everybody knows how to burp your bag. So basically, you're all loaded up, but there's a lot of air in there. So you just take it over here, push until it burps. So again, let's try on the side of the cake, and let's see how we can do that. So, can you see, Dominique? Okay. So let's start here and pressure, come around. Pressure, come around, and release. Start releasing pressure as you're coming up because you're going to end your rosette. You want to come around here? Okay. All right. Can you see okay? All right, let's try it this way. Pressure, pull out, come around. Start releasing pressure and stop. And you don't have to worry about that because your next rosette, you can just fix it like this. Pull out, come around, and stop. Pressure, come out, pull around, and stop. Then you can, now I always do this because I am not the perfect rosette person, so I just kind of go back, make little stars if I have problems. But if you take your time and do it like this, now I will say this, like your next row, don't start immediately under. Start right here in the little dent. Can you see? Come around and stop. And I'm doing it way backwards. Maybe I need to start all over, and probably the next one, I'll just do a whole rosette cake and let you see from start to finish. But just know that put your rosettes in between the row. But I'm going top down. You should go bottom up. Don't do like me. I'm doing it wrong. All right. So again, put it back on me. Again, guys, just wanted to let you know that doing rosettes, you start from a medium consistency buttercream, and you can add powdered sugar up to 1 cup, depending on how much icing that you have. And then you get it to your thick consistency. I have very little left. So you get it to your thick consistency. And thick consistency is, you should be able to grab your icing and manipulate it. This is thick consistency icing. And then you can go ahead and pipe your rosette. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to contact me at any time. Thank you.